Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make him a throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not press the floor. Make up what I seen to. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part: if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead can sell out Rasta and sell out. I sell out Babylon. Yes, stop on the Friday. You must throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black baby man, throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a plan? Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Stibbidim day, stibbidim dim day, Stevie dim day. We in Global TV say certain kind of friend we no keep. And some informer friend we lovely. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
Good evening. Welcome to the People's Point of View. We're back on the Old Boss saga again. You would have seen a Gleaner article that came out yesterday or so on, or a day or two ago, about the scandal. I mean, this government have no shame. So I don't think we should bother try to shame them when it comes to their disgraceful and corrupt behavior, because I mean they just do it in an open in front of us. So as you know, we don't get time for them talk about one more spending corruption before the government present us with another. So we're back with the 9-year old bus saga, the 9 year of failure where them take we think up. Yes, that's the headline, because that's the only thing that the Prime Minister has to campaign about. So that's the only thing we're headlining. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good evening and welcome. Good evening to the labor rights. Good evening to the comrades. Good evening to independents. Good evening to those of you who think that it doesn't even worth thinking or talking about none of them, because all of them are pretty much the Union Party. Same difference. Whichever is in, same difference we the people suffer. Yes, but let's talk about the boss. The boss, Prime Minister. 9 years. It took the Prime Minister 9 years to think up a failed idea. Debbie Jarvis TV, good evening. Good evening and welcome. Beat and Teach, good evening. Thank you all for joining us. Who else is here tonight? This evening. Sunshine, good evening. Good evening and welcome. Kayla Sheila, good evening. Norman Ferguson. Willie Dunn, good evening. Karen Nemard, Gloria Morris. Andrea Joan Hamilton Wilson, Sharon Bernard. Lyndon Green. Bernice Nicholson. Sophia Hall. Colleen. Marcia Thomas. Arlene Scott. Joan Bailey. Marcia Thomas. Adja James. Yvonne Banton. First time seeing Yvonne Banton. Welcome. Yeah, I may have seen you before and overlooked. Good evening. George Beckford. Campbell. Good evening. Good evening. TikTok. Good evening and welcome. Insta Nanny. Good evening. Debbie and Duncan. Debbie Jervis. Dr. Mario. Jason Hamilton. Is it Maxline Killer? What a name. Forever Young. The Mystic Philosopher. Joseph Witter. Pretoria. 9195. Lisa. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. We're back at the Old Boss Saga. For those of you who are not aware of the Old Boss Saga, we'll play the Prime Minister message again, or the defense rather. The Prime Minister's defense of the Old Boss Saga before we move on to the fraudulent procurement procedures. Marjorie, how you do? The fraudulent procurement procedures that cost us $1.4 billion. Same fraudulent procurement procedures cost us $31 million for a drill. Here is the Prime Minister defending Here is the Prime Minister defending 110 buses imported in the country by an unregulated importer, uncertified importer. And then the Prime Minister went on to tell us that all of us should celebrate such effort. I don't know why Andrew Allness attacked my computer. Andrew, will cuss you, Let's see.
We have spent the last 9 years trying to figure out how can we get a proper school bus system for our children. But you see, people who have never had to take the public school bus, or rather the public transportation system to go to school, wouldn't understand. Wouldn't understand it. I had to take the bus and taxi to school. And when I couldn't, I walked to school. If you see why I maintain, why I keep my belly flat and because I never had an easy life. So I understand I had to stand up at bus stop and wait and taxi pass and say, no, you can't come into this. So we have spent the last 9 years figuring out how can we do this in an economical way, but more so, how can we do it in a way that protects our children? I mean, it's one thing to talk about the economics. It's another thing to talk about the defense of the mores of the society, the morality and values that are constantly under assault with our children in public passenger transport.
I mean, after the Prime Minister's utterance, I think we would make ourselves look like fools if we ask the Prime Minister to tell us about his achievement. The Prime Minister just told us, it took me 9 years to come up with a failed, half-baked, implemented idea. 9 years. So we would be foolish if we expect him to do more if one of the prime ministers boast about project took 9 years to think up, implement, and finance. 9 years. So we shouldn't really be expecting much of the prime minister. The prime minister now creates something haphazardly and I use it as a campaign because him say every other thing, economy, crime, people are not really listening to those. You want something that sticks, Prime Minister. You think because Jamaican love America, then they go love the yellow bus.
That is invaluable. You can't put a price on that. And that is why we opted for this modality. And every Jamaican should support this. Almost every modern country, every democracy.
You cannot ask us to support failure, Prime Minister. That's not good for a nation. If you're asking the nation to support failed leadership, you have no futuristic hope for the nation because it's one project per 9 year, Prime Minister. A country cannot move forward like that. A project per 9 year. Do you have anything else to talk about?
That's what they do. They understand the challenges that children would face if they have to compete.
Prime Minister, that bitch is fuck all. Jamaican school children, since vehicles start run, Since we start gas school, we have been contending with the same thing, the mood and temper of certain things, just like the nation, Prime Minister, just like government, like on a finger turn up, on a mannerism turn down, on an integrity turn, just like the mood of the country. I saw the commute of the country as well. Jamaican children has forever, Prime Minister, been enduring this. This is nothing new. You make it talk like Jamaican children did used to something, used to a different type of travel.
In public transportation,
My computer keeps freezing. Freezing. I hope you all can still hear me. My computer is doing its huge round the garden.
so they have a parallel but separate transportation system
Globally, YouTube, can you hear me?
that is more attuned to schools and the maintenance of discipline. You can't expect the public transportation system to have to run on the schedule of
Oh, my
schools
screen
to
is back now.
maintain certain standards in what is played and what is said.
Okay, thanks.
So we have a parallel system that is going to be structured and rolled out in a democratic way. We're not going to force it on anyone. If people say they don't want it, it doesn't make sense, give it to somebody else who wants it.
That's the other part as well, Prime Minister. This is not how government design transport system on a democratic way, Prime Minister. It's rather designed on a more demographic. How they look at the population in the area. They look at employability and travel in the area, whether people live in the area, work in the area, or they have to travel out. And these are ways which them look at that. And you do that through looking at the demography from the population census, Prime Minister. We are talking as so it go.
So it's a collaborative system. So we have spent the last 9 years working it out. So whatever we deliver, we're not delivering you a concept or a test. We're delivering you something that has endurance. It will.
Prime Minister, I wouldn't trust that. If you're telling us that you're bringing us something with endurance, something to last. I mean, Prime Minister, the first start here, they're secondhand, they're old, Prime Minister, tired, redundant, old. So that's the first part where your argument dropped down. Nothing he's saying is making any sense anyway.
Last, and it will solve the problem.
It's going to create more problem, Prime Minister, because one of them yellow crocodile broke down Pan Road, the whole country suffer. One Prime Minister of this year yellow crocodile broke down Pan Road, the whole country suffer. Darrell Vaz and Jacqueline Stewart. Can't bother with the other name, the married name. The body know who she is. The JLP crook. The JLP nepotist, cronyist. The friend of the wife of the Minister of Transport. Not only that contract was nepotistic, is that it was unqualified. Hmm? Unqualified. She uncertified. She no license to do such. But because she's the friend of the Minister of Transport wife, then the Minister of Transport can communicate with Arbin Hill and his technocrat to fix up and dress up things. This is a broad scale corruption by the government, that causes the nation 1.4 billion dollars worth of old buses. Make we mumble fluff to a Gleaner article. I have to copy and paste it because the Gleaner put it. Gleaner, let me say this to you. You can call yourself national newspaper and then you sell such an important story, Gleaner. These are story of national importance. And we should now hustle, Gleaner. We should now hustle the nation on such an important piece of information that una put out for me pay $4.99 for read it. What me pay $4.99 for? You don't see everything the pan Google. We can go read off of Google and Wikipedia. Such an important public interest story, and you put it premium. So if you pay after Andrew Holness all we down and thief so much money from we, and you identify said there's corruption in the procurement process, Gleaner, you want we to pay you to tell with this story. Oh, you don't know we couldn't get this story without paying you forget it. I tell you, so no need to catch up with the way ahead down. I mean, not to use AI. To put me there, use AI. To post into say, me I did one of the people them will have interest in an AI. Cliff Hughes, journalists who travel with the Prime Minister when the Prime Minister is moving about, Cliff Hughes, is normally no journalists can travel with the Prime Minister or the leader. But the way you did it, Cliff Hughes, you were a political vlogger, like a cameraman or a opening lead for the Prime Minister and Councillor Green, chief of the front buying lot in the Jamaica Labour Party. But let's look at what the Gleaner uncovered in the recent scandal, in the recent corruption of this government that's turned into a daily scandal. I would just think your name. Is it El Hydro? El Hydro Limited, the company, if I know so to bear with. El Hydro Limited, the company awarded a 1.4 billion contract by the Jamaica government to import 110 old school bus, Gleaner. Put the fucking word old there. No? Identify, say old. Put the all. So Tuna put in the all, me I put in the all. All school bus is not certified to do so, meaning Jacqueline Leckie Stewart, whatever she name is, company El Hydro is not certified to import them galang in here. The trade body has confirmed that. Who operates the trade body? Are them own self a fair shit ban them foot, It's not she. So but everybody was saying that Jacqueline was given the contract. All right, let me left Jacqueline out of this. Whoever El Hydro belong to. But who did the what's him call the place, yeah? The trade board run under the government ministry as well. The Trade Board, which operates under Auburn Hill-led Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, also confirmed that the buses were shipped without pre-shipment inspection. The pre-shipment inspection certificate, as required by the 2014 motor vehicle import policy. So your sister them float the law so between Arbin Hill and Darrell Vaz and Andrew Oldness, the all of them. The confirmation follows the leak of correspondence between the Ministry of Science, Energy and Telecommunication and Transport and the Trade Board concerning the facilitation of El Hydro, a fuel manufacturing company, to import the buses. Two different. Neither the ministry nor the Trade Board has denied the authenticity of the leak document, which have intensified scrutiny of the procurement process. The Trade Board is responsible for regulating import and export license, certifying export, and ensuring compliance with the international trade rules. The Sunday Gleaner asks the Trade Board to confirm whether El Hydro is certified as a dealer for new or used motor vehicle, and if so, when current certification was issued. In response, the agency said the company is not certified as a dealer of either new or used vehicle. El Hydro was issued with an import license to import 3 motor vehicles as an importation by a company in keeping with the guidelines set out in the Motor Vehicle Import Policy 2014, said the board. Under the 2014 policy, companies are only allowed to import 3 vehicles no older than 10 years for a 3-year period. The policy also includes a 12-month restrictive clause prohibiting the unauthorized sale, transfer, or pledging of such vehicles. Any requirement for more than 3 units within the specific time frame, which is the 3-year period, must be met through purchase from local certified dealers. In a letter dated May 27th and addressed to the ministry, to Darrell Vaz ministry, Trade Board Chairman Danville Walker, Danville Walker, the former Director of Elections. What the wicked liar name there? I was paragraph media again. Bear with. Oh, yes, here it is. Danville Walker state that approval had been granted for El Hydro to import 110 buses on behalf of the ministry for the Rural School Bus Transportation Program. Walker was responding to a letter from Vaz dated the 10th of May. Please note that all necessary administrative support has been extended to El Hedra to facilitate their registration via the Jamaica single window for trade for a trade platform to ensure a smooth application process for import permits for the buses, Walker letter said. Additional units expected. At a news conference last week, VAS revealed that more than 26 of the buses had already arrived in the country, with additional units expected later this month. So, in essence, all 110 buses will be here by the end of July, said Vaz, noting that his marked phase one of the program, phase two, will involve the importation of another 200 to 300 buses. He said a dedicated team from the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUTC, inspected the buses in the United States to ensure their safety, reliability, comfort, and maintenance cost efficiency. So let me make that clear. We did not buy buses based on picture, said Vaz. We sent a team from JUTC along with the suppliers to inspect. Done this, so. We done this, so. Now read them when we don't. Me labor right. Me labor right. Me done. Me now read further. From when me read, one must gather the corruption, and that's all we need to know and gather that it is wide scale corruption by this government, and them not care, and them not have no shame about it. And what this government regularly does is come out and blatantly lie when we catch them out in a open information world where Darrell Vaz tell we nothing is a secret. Then all you if you come out Darrell Vaz and tell such a lie and never know say you're gonna get caught. You see this corruption between you, the bureaucrats, and the technocrats in these departments and these agencies who facilitate these corruption and these crime against the people of Jamaica. Because a lot of you bureaucrats and technocrats are involved, Wanna help to change the rules. You all help to bend the rules to commit the crime against the people. Young DT Wagwan, long time. Opal Watson, Opal Kitchen, owner though. Everybody owner though. These technocrats and bureaucrats in the agencies and in the departments, these people must also go to prison with Andrew Holness because they have assisted Andrew Holness and facilitated a lot of Andrew Holness's crime. Not a team never send Joan Bailey, then just pick up the old sin thing them a roadside and things say because an American bus will run on American street, Jamaica they go jump up and shout hooray glory for the nonsense. We take them 9 years. So if a new bus, it wouldn't take we can double the time where them are gonna need more. So 18 2 times 18 is 30, how much? Or how much ever I be? Hmm? How much ever it be rather be 36 or anything you want be. We have to give them more time. Because if they take 9 years to give we 110 all bus at the cost of $1.4 billion, then we don't have to go if we need them to just give us something brand new. Then I'm gonna need 36 years. Because if it take your 9 years to pack a whole barrel and ship it off and pay the fee, the home delivery fee, Prime Minister. Hmm? Imagine if we want new things in the barrel them. Prime Minister would have take you a lifetime to fill the barrel. It would have take you a lifetime to fill that barrel. And you're so shameless about it that you're asking the people of Jamaica to be happy about nothing. To be happy about an ill thought out idea. To go and spend the nation money stupidly with your friends when you couldn't buy coaster bus. I don't know. Hmm? These buses is just not for Jamaica. These buses created for big broad street. They're not created for curve and corner. I just think they are a recipe for disaster on our roadways and to our children. I just think so. I hope not. Honestly, I hope not. But we don't have the roadway for crocodile where we say make with one straight bone. Hmm? So now you understand Cornwall Regional Hospital will never be completed. Now you understand why the government, even though with its groundbreaking and ribbon cutting, has not completed anything, has not had anything to boast about, other than things that it already exists, and him attach the word new to it. I'm not aware of anything else other than the new this, new that, less this, less that. But nobody now feel them. The newness where I talk about, we not see it. And the rest where I talk about, the nation is not feeling it. Mm. Labor rights may not ever have time for no tonight because when if you go out there and make we soon on the campaign trail, I support one of prime ministers. Mm? Make we sooner support them. Because we go support them when we talk the truth. But we not soon. How much KFC them buy a whole arbor yesterday? KFC need to tell how much money they make. And a party place them need to tell how much money they make down at whole arbor. But Jamaica people, we have to take things serious. This government is serious about their crime against the nation. This government is serious about their crime against the public purse. Did you not remember when I asked the other day after the drill scandal, what will the next scandal be? Or is this the final scandal before election? And I convinced myself that no, we'll just continue to roll into scandal up until election day. And when the golden team gets into power, my God, it's all going to be thrown out at us because things we don't know now we'll have privy to then as a nation. Hmm? If Golden not on Trump and we promised to release the Epstein file and then backtrack on the world because we want to see what Prince Andrew get up to. We want to see what Bill Clinton get up to. Hmm? But now Trump blame Hillary, so the file not exists. 1 minute the file doesn't exist. 1 minute Hillary writes the file. My God, Donald, I don't like a bone in Hillary. But please don't blame Hillary for this. Everybody know Epstein was a sadistic pedophile and a human trafficker. The problem is with you, Donald Trump. You get caught up in the Epstein file and you realize that if you blow everybody cover, you're also going to blow Donald Trump's cover. I wonder if there's any world leader from the Caribbean on the Epstein file because Epstein Island is in the Caribbean, is it not? The Epstein that made it to so rich from being an unqualified mathematics teacher to made it to one of the richest man owning an entire island, and nobody knows or hear of how Epstein got rich. You would know though Donald Trump, you and him a friend for quite a long time. Hmm? Back to Darrell Vaz and the old boss. Darrell Vaz is not pleased in a Andrew wholeness. Darrell Vaz is not pleased. Him a walk and chat. Can remember me tell you what the Darrell Vaz say. Andrew not have nothing for campaign pan, so I have to bring the old boss them as rescue. Hmm? The old boss them have to come rescue the government failed campaign. So that's why Andrew Holness is inviting the entire Jamaica rather, to come on board and come behind him boss. We soon come behind it in the Prime Minister, because when them broke down, I will see him when I go push them a road. Hmm? So we soon get on board. We soon come behind your boss them. But we know what we will be doing when we get behind your boss. Because we sure say we're going to have to come out a taxi and push them out of the way if they get to pass. Because they all, them all. Hmm? But then again, when them broke down, the Chinese, them have them own knockers yard in a Jamaica. And Chinese will just flick a switch and they make a parts just like that. So the Chinese have a money to make when the old boss them broke down. Someone will understand money and there's something there. We don't need to check out the price of coaster bus and how much coaster bus we could get. Not even check brand new coaster. Hmm? Check good second and coaster bus and see how much Jamaicans don't work out that price though. Not that Jamaica don't know the rough idea for the price of a coaster bus. Nobody know their own coaster bus or know how much for one coaster bus. Hmm? And see how much coaster bus we couldn't get out of $1.4 billion. 1.4. Then say we're not entitled to anything new. We not deserve new. All right, we will settle for the old coaster bus them. But how much old coaster bus we couldn't get out of that money? Well, why not never got China go get cheap vehicle? The money could have stretched further if we buy it to China, you know. But did Darrell Vaz or the importer really pay for those buses? And are we going to really see for ourselves? So them pay for it for true. We're going to see documentation to support their argument. Because so far, the arguments that they produce have fallen down as per the leaked document and the Gleaner's investigation. Even though the Gleaner want pay to read this story. Collins said you could buy 170 new coaster buses. Baxter Rover. 170. So we're at a deficit going after these yellow crocodiles. We're at a deficit of 60 buses in your phase one, Minister Vaz. Your ill-gotten procurement procedure, your corruption, your cronyism and nepotism has left your fleet at a 60 bus deficit. You could have get, if you have done it properly, you could have gotten more. If you have done it properly, you would have gotten more out of the public money where you spend. And the 1.5 billion Darrell Vaz, how much of that went into cuts and kickbacks? Because we know nothing happen in our country. We know nothing that happen in any of the ministry where kickback and cut no involved. So we want to know, of that 1.4 billion, how much of that money went into cut or kickback? Because Danville Walker and Arbin Hill and the whole of them, who they would have produced some fake document to make sure the thing passed through smoothly and safely. All of these people would have to get a cut out of the budget the nation is being given. Not necessarily that is the actual budget of what the nation is paying for, isn't it? So it's important to know how much went into kickbacks and cuts. Because if you know a swindle paper round back there to make sure things not get detected, then those people who are doing the twisting and turning and the tweaking and twining, those people have to get a cut. Them have to get a cut. So we want to know more about the financing of this whole 9 years worth of thinking to the point where you end up implementing failure. The nation deserves to know that. It is important that we speak to the nation about it. Hear the fool ask them. Them whenever can never be honest to themselves. May I ask them to be honest to the nation, but I'm a fool. Juliet! You alright? I don't argue trouble you. Juliet. Because I noticed to say, since RJ come out and say, they said it was me. No, I thought it was Marlene. And Marlene said, I thought it was. You've gone rather quiet. Opal, I was asking the same question this morning. Is Miss Holness, the First Lady, the Speaker of the House, Is she in the country? Because I have not seen or heard of the First Lady in quite some time. Given it's the time where everybody is pitching and fighting for their political life, you would expect Miss Wholeness to be quite much busier on the prowl out there seeking re-election to possible contend as leader of the Jamaica Labour Party. You all right, ma'am? Hmm? Quiety. No, man. Somebody needs to stick her in her side. Make she scream out and bawl out and say, Lord God Almighty. But you're quiet, Miss Wholeness. And it is bothering because you're you're the nation's first lady. Hmm? You would be referred to as the nation's mother. That's the standard you're held in as first lady for the country. And it's a position that makes the people concerned when they not see you. At this point, you shouldn't be so silent right now. Don't know. Don't know what is bothering Miss Wholeness. Hmm? I don't know what is bothering Miss Wholeness. But she's for a woman of such high profiled position. For a woman who could be Jamaica's next female prime minister under a future Labour government, she's been rather silent, isn't it? Hmm? I hope I not upset the lady, you know. Leave the lady alone. I hope nobody is not upsetting Miss Wholeness and realize that Miss Wholeness has very important position. Hmm? Very important position. She's the wife of Brogod, isn't it? Brogod's wife. Hmm? Brogod's wife and many concubines. Anyway, back to the bus. I hit with combo. It's useless, Prime Minister, talking. As docile as we are, don't you think we're waking up to see the facts that if you could not deliver anything other than that, you're not going to, with shorter time period, Prime Minister, be able to deliver anything at all? Hmm? Deliver anything at all. Miss Wholeness is also First Lady. Miss Wholeness is also First Lady. Under the system, she's also First Lady, not just Lady Allen. Lady Allen is just bullshit. Like, literally. Lady Allen is just bullshit. She's been there for no reason. But with less time, we wouldn't expect to get more. And if we're not expecting to get more Prime Minister, what's the point in re-electing you? Hmm? Tell us now. What would be the point in re-electing you if it is that when we gave you 2 term and you told us that that 2 term has taken you, all you could have done in the 2 term is deliver 110 old bus. Well, the end of July not come yet, so we don't even get all of them yet. Some of the old bus them. Let me help you out here. Are you saying all these grounds you're breaking, all these projects you're starting, Are you saying if we give you 5 more years, you will manage to finish a multifaceted of project that you're doing now when it took you 9 years to do one? Is that the understanding we should have, Prime Minister? 'Cause we want to walk and talk it to the people, them what you say, you know. Hmm? We want to walk and spread the news. And we want to carry trade. Hmm? Is that what the Prime Minister is asking? Why them people are shameless? In any democracy, such an incumbent government. Maya Lee, how are you, my darling? Wash your crutches since evening? Anyway, continue on. How is it that the Prime Minister will be able to complete, because the Prime Minister has been rolling out thousands of projects in the last 6 months. If we're not careful, the Prime Minister roll out project on top of we, or the Prime Minister break grown under we. So we don't have no peace counter this government. Hmm? We don't have no peace counter this government because we need to roll out things over we, it might break ground under we. Are you saying you will be able to complete all these in 5 years? Because you couldn't be asking for a 4th term. You could not be asking for a 4th term. So it is, you are saying to us that if we give you more time, you'll be able, all of these ground you're breaking and all of these projects, you'll manage to finish them. You remember, say, Marant being not finished yet. You realize the cut ribbon at Marant being not up there for sell, no business can't do up there, no toilet can't use up there. You are aware of that, aren't you? You are aware that the southern coastal highway, or whatever you call it, in the St. Thomas belt is rolled up into the nearby bushes. You are aware of that, aren't you? You are also aware, Prime Minister, because I hear you come out and say, oh, we are on track to deliver 70,000 houses. How far, though? How far are you from your target? You're on track. You done some. That means you're on track. How far is it, though, Prime Minister? Are you from your target? You just come out and talk the whole heap of nonsense, them, and expect, say, because it's the Prime Minister and the Prime Minister speak nonsense, the nation must pick it up and run with it. Why you don't say if you go finish? Don't hope a thing where you walk on around the country. Why you don't go finish the urban center of Marant Bay to charge St. Thomas people the $10 million a month, sir? St. Thomas people, we can't burn it down. We don't know fire anymore. St. Thomas people, fire cut out of fashion. Because the money will come for the council, you know. The money, the council money, St. Thomas people, I go it in a rent to leeching and him friend them. St. Thomas people, I know no go hungry. You see the word, the thing we not always say. St. Thomas is the forgetting about parish. I know no go say forgetting about. Andrew take on a land where Pernell Charles no take. Andrew take. and you build urban center pan. The thing to say, oh no, I go benefit any at all. Or no, just wake up to find out that we're just going to be the salon slaves here, darling. We will clean and we will this and we will that and we will clean, we will serve, and we will do all of that. But the big money goes to Lee Chin and the multi conglomerates. 10 million Jamaican dollars per month, not for the entire urban center, mind you, just for a tiny portion. Why is it that local government needs to move from where they are? Why they can't continue to pay rent where they in there and turn there comfortable? Or why has the council said we have land, why not build our own building? Council building, local government buildings, and central government building like the ministry offices are state buildings. They build out of the country money. We shouldn't be renting parish council offices. This is to show you how Labour Right and PNP thief with money over the years. Because every parish should not have them built parish council office. Them should not rent no building. Just like how Labour Right take all the power money, give to Norman Dunn for rent empty building. This is how when money get wasted, Jamaica. It goes around in a syndicate between the same group of people. Not change. It go round in a syndicate to the same group of people. And we now wake up. We just so. We now wake up. Any abuse, then throw it away. We're sponge. We're the sponges of abuse. We just soak up any abuse. So Jamaica people me fed up and just like I'm fed up at the government. They kind of love the abuse. We don't love the abuse, Jamaica people. Me know say you're afraid of dead, unlike me when afraid of dead, because whether you're dead on your bed and you're dead on the street or you're dead on the battlefield, you're go dead. That you're sure of. And if somebody are go put me in a fear to protect my life where they don't have regards for, hello, why not try fighting to the death? Or stand up for something? What we are hoping for, Jamaica people, let's detour. Guard your children, Jamaica. The first phase of influence, you saw the devastation and the switch of the mentality of young Jamaicans, men in particular. What am I talking about? The demons when he was Vibes Cartel. He has now been bought out by the system as an influence. Where are they leading? Where are they paying cartel to bring the young minds into a deeper sleep, into religion? Young people, it's a con. Do not follow Vibes Cartel and Christianity. It is something that has been sold to you. This oil and gas find in Jamaica, they need to put you to deeper bomber clot sleep. Wake up, you docile fuckers. Everybody come to you in the name of God. You fawn and fornicate over them and give your offering to them and call them leaders and pastors and priests and prophetess and woman of God and man of God and all these pedophile fuckers. Jamaica, wake up. Wake the fuck up. A deeper sleep is being issued on to us. What they're stopping us from doing, my people, is to wake up and control with wealth where they must steal from we. Jamaica has come into big wealth, oil and gas. You see how long them they are dig backside gold and copper and we now get a share in it. Do you understand why the government is slaughtering 15,000 of us annually? They have to have a population which their security services can control. Hmm? The deeper you sleep, the deeper you sleep. Don't take Vibes Cartel influence. Hmm? Do not follow Vibes Cartel on this Jesus Christ fuckery. We've been at it for centuries and we have seen no progress in it. I challenge you to show me the progress in Jesus Christ and Christianity and all the bullshit of malarkey that comes with it. Go on your bed. Because you know when you start on religion, you could there forever. Hmm? So go on your bed. Go on your bed. Tonight, you have made enough trouble for one night. Hmm? Go on your bed. The war continues tomorrow. But let us say this, Prime Minister. The old bus war not done yet. We would rather you carry them back and collect back with money. Even if you have to put them on your back and swim across the Atlantic, we would have like you return them and give it back with money. Make we go on in the shop. As they say, Colin Bell say, you could have get 170 coaster out of it. Go on your bed. If Jamaica people not turn up, so talk now go help. Me telling you all the while, government no respond to nice. Government used to nice. Government government live in a ag pen. Nice always in a ag pen. Government used to nice. Nice don't share government. Protests, demonstration, leaks. Like how you see the leak, you know, we identify the fraudulent procurement procedure, the deliberate airing of the law. What is that number about? Who put up this number? User 3460. What's that number about? Jamaica people, we have to wake up. We have to wake up. Our leaders are always going to commit crimes against us. It's what politician does. It's what the business community does. There is nothing clean about business or politics or religion for that matter. You may have a different view. You just got to dive deeper into them. All of them are crook. All of them brainwash you, for control you. The whole of them have a story for living in your pocket. If I go for third pan the church tonight, you think me wrong Patrick Allen for run off with the whole offering plate? You think I rang Patrick Allen for run off with the whole offering plate and the concert money? Anyway, globalists, thank you very much for being here tonight. The old bus saga we will revisit tomorrow because it's old bus, corruption and crime and deliberately breaking the law to facilitate their corruption. We're going to continue with the story until the Prime Minister return the old bus them and give away money. Make we go somewhere else, go spend with money where we can see what we money spent on. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Join us back tomorrow morning for your At a Glance program, where we will continue the old bus saga again. Good night from Global TV. Where is my mouse?
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make him a throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of not they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not first the poor. Make God what I seen him. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead can sell out Rasta and sell out. I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the right. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.